Let me now talk about exceptions in Java. In Java, an exception is an object and inherits from the class exception, which is itself a subclass of throwable. And in Java, there are two kinds of exceptions called checked exceptions. These are declared for the class, and unchecked exceptions. These can arrive without the compiler being able to verify them. So they inherit from runtime exception and error. So normally you should try to use checked exceptions as much as possible because of the verification that the compiler can do. Because exceptions that the program itself defines are part of the program's interface. So they should therefore be declared, and so that the compiler can do what's necessary to verify that they're properly used in the program. Sometimes it's not possible, and then you use unchecked exceptions. But in general, you should use checked exceptions. So here's the syntax of exception handling in Java. So there's the throw instruction. So instead of raise, Java has the metaphor of throwing an exception and catching the exception. The try instruction is the same, and the finally is the same as what we said. So basically, it's very similar to what we saw. Let me now end with another small example, an example of good style and bad style with exceptions. So assume we want to read a file and perform an action for each item in the file. So in Java, this is a stream. So here, while not end of file stream, we process the next token in the stream, and we have a finally clause where we close the stream. So there is a try finally here. The only reason for the try finally is to make sure the stream is closed, because the error handling is not done here, it'll be done somewhere else. So this will properly close the file both in the normal and error situation. This is a good style. Now let me show you a bad style for this. We can use the exception handler to change control flow during normal execution. Because it's just doing control. You're throwing, you're catching. You can use this for normal execution too. So here's an example. We have a try. Inside we have an infinite loop, a for semicolon, semicolon, which is an infinite loop. We process the next token in the stream. When there's a stream end exception, then we've reached the end, and then we close. But stream end is quite a normal situation. Here, it should not be considered exceptional. So we're using exception handling to treat something which is normal. Now what happens if a real error happens here and is mixed in with the normal operation? So the code for doing normal operation and the code for error handling will be mixed together. Well, this is extremely bad. You do not want to do this. Normal operation should be kept separate from errors.